Raise your hand if you've ever been part of a group project. Now, keep it raised if most of the time you had no idea what was going on. I see, that's all of us. Master of Ceremonies, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to take you back to your university time. You know, when almost every day felt like a Halloween-themed meeting, especially if we were closer to our exams. You know, the late nights and pulling all-nighters and little crushes here and there, and our professors, and finding the cheapest food you can find so you can save up. But nothing came close to the petrified announcement of this thing that we call group projects. Never in the history of group projects has there ever been a project in which every single member of the project did exactly what they were supposed to do. 60 people agreed to stab Julius Caesar. He had only 27 stab wounds. Even then, from a historic perspective, people didn't participate in the group project. But there's always one person in the group project who would always coast off the work of their fellow members, and there's always one member of the group who will end up doing most of the work. As one random meme on the internet summarizes it perfectly, there are 4 types of people in a group project. One who does 99% of the work, one who has no idea what's going on throughout the whole project, one who promises they'll help and then vanish altogether, one who starts off in the beginning of the project, never to be seen again until the group presentation at the end. But during my research for this project of understanding different communication styles, I realized group projects is the perfect place to study the different communication styles that different people adopt for different projects. So let's explore the 4 types of communicators that we have in different group projects. You have the initiator, the fun-loving ones, the sociable, the enthusiastic, the adoptable ones, the ones who tend to talk more than they listen, you know the type. They make working fun, and they are professional selfie takers of the group. Now, I like the initiators, I enjoy working with them, but I tend to get a bit annoyed if they are not pulling their weight. I tend to adopt this style when I am working with people who are familiar to me, people whom I'm well aware of, people whom I've been working with for years on end. Initiator style for me is the way to go. Then comes the analytical ones. They are the perfectionists. They are task-oriented, task dividers, systematic. They become sort of the natural leaders of the group. Nothing will happen in the group without them because they're the only ones who know what's going on in the project. They like it when things are organized, systematic. Now, analytical ones are good ones. I like the style when I'm working in a formal, professional sort of a setting where I don't know the people all too well, but I want to let them know I mean business. And that means bullet points in presentations. So analytical style usually works well when we are in a formal, professional sort of a setting. Then comes the direct communicators. They appear confident, focused, on deadlines and stuff. They appear very ambitious, but many a times they tend not to get things done. If you make them in charge, the direct communicators, it doesn't matter what's going on in your personal life because deadlines over relationships. You have to fulfill what you are supposed to do. I personally don't like direct communicators. In my survey of this project, I scored 0 because I avoid conflict, and direct communicators love and rush towards confrontation. But if I was to adopt this style, and if I have in the past, it would be to a team that is slacking off, and that's affecting me as well. So we need to have a chat, a direct one. Then comes the supportive ones. They are the ones who are calm, gentle, sincere. They're patient, careful, and they choose their words wisely. Now, while the analytical ones are focused on tasks, the direct ones are focused on deadlines, and the initiator ones are focused on having fun, it is the supportive ones that keep the group together because they value relationships over deadlines. They like a personal environment, a chill, a no tension sort of environment, and they don't like conflicts. In other words, it is my default setting whenever I get the chance to do so, being the supportive one in the group, being the calm, approachable one. Now, all these different styles are there in different group projects. And most of you, while I was mentioning, would have thought of one or the other person while you worked in a group project as to who they were and what your style has been in different projects. But for a second, can you imagine if all the members of the group had the same exact style of communication? Nothing would really get done. The initiators would be too busy having fun, the direct people would be too busy confronting each other, the analytical ones would be too busy dividing tasks but not actually getting things done, and the supportive ones would be too busy supporting something that is not even there. Different communication style is what adds spice to the whole thing. It is what makes you realize that dealing with different types of people is what makes the whole thing a whole lot more fun. But one thing that I have learned throughout, and that is something that I'd like to leave you with here today. No matter what communication style do you choose to adopt and how you communicate, it doesn't really matter what you say, but as Maya Angelou said, it matters how you make people feel. So be sincere in a group project, be kind when you're speaking, give it your all with whichever communication style you're adopting, but always remember to enjoy these group shenanigans. Back to you.
Thank you, our fun speaker, DTM, the best of the best, Salman. So moving forward, we would like to